That's Yala. That's your dog.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Not to be confused with yellow. It's definitely a brown dog.
Yes, it is.
Or I like what if you want to use Allah with a southern accent, it's Yala.
That's right. It is Yala.
Mhm.
All right. Yay! I accomplished my goal.
Okay. Well,
She's asleep right here on my lap right now.
a specialness cares not who pays the cost of sin, so long as the cost of sin be paid. The Holy Spirit heeds not who looks on innocence at last, provided innocence is seen and recognized. For just one witness to the innocence of the sonship is enough if he sees truly. Simple justice asks no more than one honest witness to declare that God's Son is innocent. Of each one does the Holy Spirit ask if he will be that one witness for a brother's innocence, so justice may return to love and there be satisfied. Each special function the Holy Spirit allots is but for this, the witnessing of our brother's innocence, that each one learn that love and justice are not separate, and both the witness and the brother are strengthened by their union with each other. Without love is justice prejudiced and weak, and love without justice is impossible. For love is fair and cannot chasten without cause. What cause can be to warrant an attack upon the innocent? In justice, then, does love correct mistakes, but not in vengeance, for vengeance would be unjust to the innocents.
Since the ego would extract sin's punishment from the sinless, this cannot be justice, but rather it is vengeance. Revenge is not justice. Love does not seek vengeance. Love does not judge or require someone earn the right to be loved. It's like grace. Love only seeks that the innocent obtain the gift of the peace of God, which is their divine birthright.
You can be perfect witness to the power of love and justice if you understand it is impossible the Son of God could merit vengeance. You need not perceive that it is impossible that the Son of God could merit vengeance in every circumstance, for this fact to be true. Nor need you look to your experience within the egoic world of perception, which is but shadows of all that is really happening within yourself. The understanding that you need comes not of you, but from a larger self, your Christ consciousness, so great and holy that He, the Holy Spirit, could not doubt the Son of God's innocence. Your special function is a call to the Christ. I'm sorry, your special function is a call to the Christ that the Christ may smile on you whose sinlessness the Christ shares. The Christ's understanding will be yours. And so the Holy Spirit's special function has been fulfilled. God's Son has found a witness unto his sinlessness and not his sins. How little need you give the Holy Spirit that simple justice may be given. How little need you give the Holy Spirit that simple justice may be given you.
The Christ is your big S self and the home of the Holy Spirit. We merely need little willingness to become a witness for the truth, and the Holy Spirit will do the rest. We offer our misperceptions to the guidance of the Holy Spirit, and he reinterprets them correctly so that we can look upon our brothers and ourselves as innocent. Each time we ask for this guidance, the result will encourage us to ask again. Both the Christ in your brother and yourself bear witness to your joint sinless and guiltless nature as part of the one that is the holographic mind of God.
Without impartiality, there is no justice. How can specialness be just? Judge not because you cannot judge correctly, but do not think that you are unable to judge correctly because you are a miserable sinner too. How can the special really understand that justice is the same for everyone when they perceive differences that do not exist? To take from one, to give to another, must be an injustice to them both, since they are equal in the Holy Spirit's sight. Their Father gave the same inheritance to both. Who would have more or less is not aware that he has everything. I like that sentence. Who would have more or less is not aware that he has everything. He who believes in specialness is no judge of what must be another's due, because he thinks he is deprived. And so must he who believes in specialness be envious and try to take away from whom he judges. He who believes in specialness is not impartial and cannot fairly see another's rights because his own have been obscured to him.
When we claim to be special, we deny that we are part of the indivisible oneness of everything. Coming from the belief in lack, we seek to steal from another what we perceive to lack. We lack. We've lost impartiality and can't see the big picture. We fail to understand the truth about ourselves.
If we fail,
Oh, thank you. If we fail to understand the truth of ourselves, how can we expect to properly judge another?
you have the right to all the universe, to perfect peace, complete deliverance from all effects of sin, and to the life eternal, joyous and complete in every way, as God appointed for his holy Son. This is the only justice heaven knows, and all the Holy Spirit brings to earth. Your special function of seeing the Christ in another shows you nothing else but perfect justice can prevail for you, and you are safe from vengeance in all forms. The world deceives, but the egoic world cannot replace God's justice with a version of its own. For only love is just, and only love can perceive what justice must accord the Son of God. Let love decide, and never fear that you, in your egoic unfairness, will deprive yourself of what God's justice has allotted you, the Holy Son of God.
Our divine birthright is preserved for us always within the mind of God. By witnessing for the truth about the innocence of our brother, our minds are joined, and this union grants sinlessness and salvation to both. We accept God's only judgment about his creation, which is that we are and always will be perfect, whole, and complete. We see that both minds are one within the shared holographic mind of God.
And that
Is really the truth.